Okay, so I just learned about this project called Pyrite64. It's a game engine for the N64 that's open source.
Seriously, that's actually really cool. So how does it work? I mean, it must be pretty complex, right?
Totally, it uses libdragon and tiny3d for rendering, plus it has a visual editor for creating 3D games. No proprietary SDKs.
Wait, no proprietary SDKs. That's impressive. How are they managing compatibility with real N64 hardware?
Great question. The project focuses on accurate emulation, so you need a solid emulator to test your games. Ares and Gopher 64 are recommended.
That's interesting. I wonder how those emulators stack up against actual hardware. Does it hold up well?
From what I've seen, it really tries to mimic the original console, but there are always nuances. Emulation can fall short sometimes.
Right, like input lag or graphical glitches that might not appear on original hardware. That's a big deal for gamers.
Exactly, plus the engine supports HDR and bloom effects, which is pretty advanced for N64 standards.
Wow, that sounds like a game changer. But does that mean older games would look completely different if remade?
Definitely, it's like taking a classic movie and giving it a modern CGI makeover. There's potential for both enhanced visuals and gameplay.
That's a cool analogy. But would it still feel like the original game, or would it lose that nostalgic charm?
Good point, nostalgia is a tricky thing. It might attract new players while alienating longtime fans if they change too much.
And if the gameplay mechanics shift, that could totally change the experience. I wonder if they've thought about that.
They might be playing it safe by focusing on keeping the core mechanics while enhancing aesthetics.
Right? So what about the editor? I heard it has some cool features like a node graph for scripting.
Yes, it lets you script basic control flows visually, making it more accessible for newcomers who aren't coders.
That's a smart move. Visual programming can lower the barrier to entry, but does it really simplify complex game logic?
It helps a lot, but there's always a limit to what you can achieve without getting into actual coding.
True, and I imagine the more complex gameplay would still require some coding know-how. Balance is key.
Exactly, and while they offer automatic toolchain installation, it's still a work in progress, so some features may be missing.
That's good to know. It sounds like an exciting project, but I wonder how often they update it.
Updates depend on community feedback and contributions, so the more interest, the more likely it will evolve.
That's promising. Community-driven projects can really thrive if they gain traction. It's like they're all in it together.
For sure, plus, the project openly encourages crediting them in games made with Pyrite64, which fosters goodwill.
That's a nice touch. It's like building a community of indie developers. But what about legal stuff?
Good question. They don't impose restrictions on games made with it, which is pretty liberating for creators.
Wow, that's a refreshing approach. It encourages creativity without the fear of legal hurdles.
Exactly, but it also raises questions about how to handle assets created using their engine.
Right? Using their engine doesn't mean you automatically get rights to the content created. It's a gray area.
Exactly, it's a bit of a double-edged sword. You get freedom but have to navigate those complexities.
True, it's exciting and daunting at the same time. I wonder how many indie devs are jumping on this.
I would hope quite a few. N64 nostalgia is strong, and this could be a great platform for new ideas.
Definitely. If they can leverage that nostalgia effectively, it could lead to some amazing new titles.
And just thinking about the possibilities, imagine the innovative games that could emerge from this.
It's wild to think about. But what do you think will be the biggest challenge for developers using Pyrite 64?
I think the biggest challenge will be balancing innovation with the classic N64 feel that fans love.
That's a solid point. Plus, technical limitations of the N64 could constrain their creativity, right?
Absolutely, they'll need to find clever ways to work within those constraints while still pushing boundaries.
And that's where the creativity comes in. It'll be interesting to see what they produce in the coming years.
For sure, I can't wait to see where Pyrite 64 goes. It's a fascinating intersection of nostalgia and innovation.
Absolutely. This just makes me think about the future of gaming as a whole and how it's evolving.
Exactly, I wonder if we'll see more of these engines pop up, blending old-school charm with modern tech.
That's a cool thought. It's like a revival of classic gaming, but with a fresh twist for new audiences.
And that's such an exciting prospect. It'll be interesting to see how developers capture that balance.
Absolutely. It's like a bridge between generations of gamers, and that can lead to some incredible experiences.